First of all, let me pull up my notes. I just like want to sincerely express how thankful I am for you guys putting in work, especially since I know it is approaching midterm season, and just I want you to know that I know that stuff is going on as well, and so I'm not trying to be insensitive to any of that. And also, with that being said, if you have a day that you have like a midterm or just like crazy days in general, I know that they happen. And I'm not always like in the weeds with that stuff. So please, if you just need a day to like not yell or you've got other stuff going on, just be in communication about that. I don't necessarily care if there's like a couple days a week that you just can't do yell stuff. It just needs to be on my radar. And obviously, if I text you, just say that you're busy and everything. But anyway, just wanted to get that out of the way because I remember being there, and I know it's not easy to balance school and other extracurriculars and also like run a state nonprofit. So you guys are awesome. Just jump right into it. And I do have something I need to be on at 9:30. And so like we will definitely respect people's time today. So just kind of like a status update of where we are as a region. We're not in a bad place by any means. I think we're actually in a pretty good place. I think our team's stronger than ever, and just metrics wise, we're either competitive with other regions or, you know, in some areas we're like the top region. So I'm not trying to put that like question that at all either. I will say just recently, and I know that is probably midterms, but we have fallen off on some basic things. And I know I always drill the basics in. Please update your notes every week. Just please do it. And then Liberty points, I know there's a couple people that missed it this week. Really nailing down those basics is what's going to propel you ahead. And so I just hate when I see things like that fall off. And so please just be consistent, if nothing else, just with those things. And then I'm just going to fly right through these. So chapter creation, Matt is more concerned about this than I am. I'll just be open about it because I trust y'all. And when I say that we are like the highest quality leadership team, I'm not just saying that. It's kind of commonly known, and that reputation is something that's really important. And with that, I do trust you all that you're going to get your chapter in by the end of the month. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm not concerned, but it also doesn't look good with us being most of the way through the month now and not having a chapter on the board, especially with how small our region is, how much room we have to grow. And even more than that, I'm just a little bit concerned, or I just like want to make sure that we're on the same page about how important it is to take immediate action on these things. So if you find someone that's that is interested in the organization and they're wanting to get involved, literally that second, we should be having them fill out that chapter application. Because as I'm sure people that have been around for a while know this, like that excitement fades really quickly. And if we don't give them something to like immediately get their hands dirty doing, then they're just going to forget, or it's just going to wear off. And it's not that they weren't interested in the first place. It's just that they didn't have anything to immediately act on. And so the reason why I say that is whenever I call y'all, like a lot of times it's like, oh, I've got this lead. They're really interested. It's just a matter of filling out the chapter application, which is great. And I totally, believe you, and I'm happy about that. That's fantastic. I just really want to drill in, and this is going to pay off for everyone, that as soon as that person is interested, we take action really quickly and massive action and get them signed up. If you can't, sit down and fill out the application right then and there, well, then set up a time, the next day or the soonest possibility to fill out that chapter application. And I just say that from experience because I've had people that were so interested and that were perfect candidates to lead chapters, and my waiting and kind of frankly laziness on that cost me chapters. And so I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page about that and why we know that is important.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
I received the email. I'm sure we all did, from Matt about setting up a call to go over the reason why we haven't hit our monthly expectations, and we're just over halfway through the month. So, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like a little soon to jump the gun to get on a meeting to cover something we've still got a lot of time to do.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I guess from his perspective, and I do get this, it's just so important to like start on those things early, and we do have time, right? We totally do. On this flip side of that token, it's so easy to let things kind of fall through the cracks into and then it's like 3 days before the end of the month and you don't know if you're going to get your chapter in. I think that's what he's worried about. And again, I am not as concerned. Y'all know what you're doing. You get your chapter in every month, which is why, if we go a month without a chapter, then I'm going to start implementing some of these measures of like 30 prospects, or you need to have it done by like 2 weeks into the next month. If you get your chapter every month, I'm not concerned. The reason why I think it's important to get it not knocked out and out of the way early is just so that you have more time to focus on other things. Like sitting down and looking at this month, Restore the Fourth is coming up next week. Yeah, next week. And so, if I were in your shoes, I would just love to have that taken care of early so that you don't need to have the added stress for next week when you should be focusing on Restore the Fourth, or this week when you've got free speech stuff. But I get it. Like in those calls, I think he told us that he wasn't going to like give you any action items because that's on the shoulders of the RD, which I agree with. So I think they're literally just like, hey, what's going on? You gonna take action? Okay, great. So please schedule your call with Matt, but just know that like, I know you're gonna get your chapter in until you give me reason to believe that you're not, or that you're falling off. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's it about chapter creation. I know, and I saw Joe does the website work right now. It does. So first of all, I guess I didn't even put this on my list, but I will go through some website stuff. For chapter creation, the process works. We've gotten chapters in from other regions and there hasn't been any hiccups. Same type of deal. They go to the top right corner of the website, they create a profile. In their profile, it's very important that they fill out every field. So their address, their profile picture, like everything. And even if they don't, it might work. But just as a safety measure, because this is like the glitch that we've seen in the past, just make sure that they fill out their entire profile. Then go to the chapters page, click start a chapter. If for whatever reason the chapter isn't in there, and if you know a school that you want to start, I would just double check ahead of time, make sure the chapter is in there. We do have the capability now of adding chapters to the back end, which is something that like was a huge pain on the last website that we couldn't do. So if it's not on there, let me know. We can add it in. Worst comes to worst, and Mike called me right before this. He was like, I'm trying to get a chapter started. Everything's working, but like the school isn't listed. And so I gave him the high school application link, which is actually different on the new website. So I'll send that out. But that's only if you're like absolutely in a pinch, you need to do it right now. I'd rather get a high school application in, and then again, we can add it from the back end. It's just easier if we have a little bit of advanced notice on that. But yes, website works for chapter creation. Everything, like all the chapter plan and everything is exactly the way that it used to be. And I also want to forward you something that I forwarded Aaron just on like a side note of the entire chapter plan so that you have it at your fingertips. I don't know, some of you may not, but it's like helpful to look at it as you're coaching someone through it. So yeah, that's chapter creation. Everything else on the website right now, chapter presidents should be up to date and correctly assigned to chapters. So please go through your chapters if you haven't and make sure that at least the chapter president is correct, and that all the correct dues paying members are associated. All of that should be good. The only thing that I found that we do need to manually redo is making sure that the officer slate is correct. So I may have to just reassign titles, which should be pretty easy. But chapter president should be correct, as well as like dues paying members and everything. And anyone going forward, like should be good to go with joining the chapter and everything. So that's the update on the website. If you're going through again and see any glitches, we've seen a few of them. We're having our team like go in and fix them as soon as we see them. So please bring those to my attention. Something that Baze brought to my attention was when people are becoming dues paying members, the screen that shows up when it should say like, thank you for paying your dues, just says error. And so just know that the dues do go through, everything's good. It's just gonna give you an error page that may have been fixed already, I don't know. But if that comes up, just know payment was processed, you're good to go. It's just the page that thanks you after. Any other questions about the website or chapter creation? I'll open the floor on that as well. Or any glitches that you've encountered, anything like that.
Still can't log in with Facebook.
Can't log in with Facebook? Wait, really?
Yeah.
You can't link your Facebook to your profile?
My Facebook was linked long before, but there's the when you have the choice to either put in your information or put in or just hit that little Facebook icon, it just delivers an error.
What? All right, I'm making a note of that. Because
it's a different error than the errors I normally have seen.
Okay. If you could just give me or take like a screenshot of that, and those are always helpful whenever you get an error so that we can see the exact URL, which is not helpful to me, but people that know website stuff, I guess that really does help them, or like the error number or whatever. Cool. So that's the website and chapter creation. Devin left us. Oh, and Jason has a dog. This is the best part of my day so far. Oh, pardon my French. I've had a shitty day. So this dog is actually making me really happy.
I can bring guinea pigs.
Huh?
I can go get my guinea pigs.
Oh, please do. 5 Liberty points for every animal on the call. You should take advantage of that ish.
I'll grab the bearded dragon. He's easier to handle.
Okay, here's one. Let me get the other 2 dogs. Here's one.
All right, short intermission for all animal needs.
This is Dosey.
Oh, cute.
Oh, those in the kennel. And the other dog's in the kennel. I'm not getting her out. She's being a shithead.
Okay, cool. Aaron, come back. There's actually stuff that you need to hear, and I'm running out of time. Oh, there's the lizard.
And his name is Michael.
No way. That must be awkward for Anderson.
Well, we got him secondhand.
Are they twins?
Almost.
Lizard people. It's cool. All right, back to your regularly scheduled programming. So that lizard is really cute, though. I like lizards. Okay. So D chapters is another area where I feel like we have room to grow, which is a polite way of saying that it's not great. So just please be cognizant that anything that's a D chapter can be restarted for a chapter creation. Those are essentially dead chapters that we just haven't gone through every single dues paying member and ensured that they don't want to restart the chapter. And if it's a case that your D chapter is 100% dead, or if it only has 1 dues paying member, for example, then we can delete it out. But please just know that's fair game for chapter creation because we have a scary number of D chapters. So just putting that on your radar. Okay. So the sign up challenge, I haven't checked the Warriors doc, so I don't actually know. I haven't checked it recently, as in like the past 4 hours. I know Aaron is uploading some signups. To be clear, the winner of like the most signups gets like a signed Rand Paul poster from Matt. So that's cool. Would incentivize me. And this is another thing that was pretty last second. And so I do apologize for that. It was last second for me too. But I know a lot of us are sitting on signups that we've gotten from campus invasions or just from your own campus or whatever. Those can be uploaded to the signups tab in the Warriors doc. First of all, does everyone know where that is? Because we have not been using it, which I'm going to blame myself for because I haven't been putting emphasis on it. Is there anyone that needs that? Okay, Jason, you're good. Is there anyone that needs me to walk you through how to find that or anything? Or good? You know where that is? Just going forward, and preferably, I know it's late at this point, and maybe y'all have been sorry, Jason, just maybe you have been uploading them, so I actually don't know, but please do put a focus on that. That's another thing where other regions have been doing this consistently. Central just hasn't, because I know that you have them. But the importance of it really for y'all is come summit season, and some of you, well, okay, so Chris, Jess, and Joe were all here last summit season for me. So you know firsthand how stressful it is when you're calling through dues paying members that were literally from 2012 and they don't want to hear from you, but that's our list that we have. The signups tab gives us a new opportunity to reach out to people that are more recent that said, hey, I like Yao this semester. And we can honestly be utilizing that in some more ways too. Like, it wouldn't be bad to send out an email every now and then, just like a mail merge or something, saying, hey, thanks for signing up. Here's a really cool opportunity or whatever. To count, it has to have a phone number. So that's an important note for anyone that is, uploading stuff in there. Really, signups don't really mean that much if you don't have a phone number anyway. So please upload your signups. If you've got recruitment directors, have them send you the signups. And let's just get better about that. And then the only other thing I had for you is I'm going to a wedding this weekend, which is only applicable to your lives because I won't be here on Friday. I won't be available during the weekends, and I won't be here on Monday. So just so you know, I'll be like, if you have an emergency, call me, and I'll probably be doing some work from my phone, but just so you know, won't be super available Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But okay, other than that, that's everything that I have. 23 minutes, not bad. Anyone else have questions, comments, stories, etc., etc., etc.?
How do we not get our email registering for spam?
Wait, I'm sorry?
Yesterday with our free speech ball, we collected 100 signatures, and we send everyone an invitation to join us on our Yale National, our Facebook, and our local org sync, which is what the school uses to keep track of orgs. And Google blocked all our emails from our chapter Gmail.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because we sent.
What does that mean? It goes into like a different folder when you email people?
No, it just doesn't get sent out because we sent 100 people on one email BBC'd, and yeah, we couldn't send. Like right now we're blocked. I contacted them, but don't know what to do. Okay,
I'm very sorry about that. I don't know what to do about that. But going forward, it's so easy to make you a mail merge doc, which I use for mail merges. Essentially, you plug in email addresses, you can merge a field if you want like school name or whatever, and then you press send and it sends individual emails. So, I mean, that's something that you can use as a state chair. For chapters sending emails, we used to use MailChimp, which I'm pretty sure you can have a free account and you just enter an email list and then design your email and then you can send it out. Which is like, there's like an unsubscribe and everything. So it's just like more legal or whatever. I don't really know. But yeah. I would highly recommend one of those two options. And on the next Hangout, I can walk you guys through mail merge if that would be helpful as a state chair. Actually, that would be helpful as a state chair. So we can do that. Okay, cool. Anyone else? Okay. Alrighty. Like I said, I'm gonna get right off, but if you have any questions, comments, etc., call me after 10 Eastern time or sometime tomorrow. Okay. All right. I love you all dearly. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye-bye.